welcome to yet another edition of Between
Welcome.
Two Molars. I am one of the Molars, Trevor Maurer, with my
Josh Everts.
co-star,
Good to see you.
Dr. Josh Everts.
And we've got a special guest, John Murdock.
You
John, great to have you on. Tell us,
welcome.
maybe we just start and you can introduce yourself to the team. You've had a lot of great exposure to our organization, but not everybody knows you. So maybe you can just introduce yourself just briefly.
Yeah, I'm John Murdock. I'm with Shore Capital. I'm our principal of strategic planning. I've had the fortune to work with OMS 360, I guess, for 4 years now, as they've been building out that value creation plan and seeing how that aligns throughout the organization. So I'm excited for having worked with you all and then getting to see everybody upcoming at our session on Saturday.
That's great. That's great. Before we do that, let's start with the dad joke. You got
All
one?
right.
Are you ready?
We have a dad joke.
Okay.
Mediocre dad joke, maybe. I am a dad, so also father of 2 girls, 8 and 5 years old. So I am qualified to deliver the
God
joke.
bless you.
That's great.
So why did the geometry team's strategy session take forever?
Of course, it's a strategy session. Geometry
That's
team.
on the right
Something
path.
about obtuse. I don't know. What?
Oh, that's harsh. No, it was because the circle and the square couldn't agree on what align meant.
Alignment. Bob
Dr.
Clark's gonna
Clark
love that
will
one.
like Yep, he sure is.
True to form, John. You outthought the dad joke. Appreciate that. That's great.
Yeah.
People are gonna have to rewind and read that one again. So talk to us. You referenced it. We've got our all company summit where the doctors and our office managers are going to be joining us in Nashville. We've got you, Dr. Bertram, and the strategy team joining us there on that Saturday. Talk to us a little bit about that event and
That's a
maybe what
repeat.
they can
That was a big hit last year with Dr. Bertram speaking and
Was.
adding the strategy piece, which is great. Some of the practices also saw the local MSA strategy deployment that went to Amos this year in September.
Yeah, that's right. So tell us a little bit about, for those that didn't go to Amos, tell us a little bit about what you guys are planning that Saturday.
Yeah, so for context, OMS 360, like every Shore portfolio company, has its own strategy of how it can maximize value creation throughout the hold period and deliver excellent results to the patients and the doctors that it serves. So we try to facilitate discussions where the providers, the practice managers, the people that are really all the way at the front lines dealing with patients are able to help guide, steer, inform the best possible plan going forward. So if we know as a group, hey, we think that OMS 360 can achieve X or Y goals as a platform, we really then want to go pressure test that and talk to the local doctors and the practitioners and say, hey, from what you're seeing, how does this resonate? How can we best manifest this in your location? How can we help you? What should we know from you? And the real goal is just that everybody then leaves that session aligned, referencing back to dad joke that I overthought. But you leave there aligned so that everybody knows in their day-to-day that what they are doing is the thing that is best supporting the overall growth and development of OMS 360.
John, that's awesome. I think private equity gets somewhat of a bad stigma, and so it might be shocking. It might be shocking for some of the people who are new to OMS 360 to realize that we don't roll out a strategic plan and just tell the office what to do, right? So I mean, you work with a lot of portfolio companies. This is common. This is a common method for sure. Maybe you can just reference that a little bit and kind of why we do that as opposed to just tell you what to do.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of different perceptions of private equity and their involvement in healthcare out there. And I think a lot of instances that reputation is earned. There's just different approaches and different strategies to how different firms want to operate in healthcare. At Shore, we want to be provider and patient focused centric first and foremost. And so when we are thinking about strategy, we bring the business acumen, we can bring the experiences from working with the other healthcare platforms and companies that we do work with. And so we can help kind of facilitate some more productive conversations, set the table for something to be more efficient or effective. But at the end of the day, we want the management team and the doctors and the office managers and everybody that's actually executing on the mission to be the people that are most informing what it is that we do to build the best possible company.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really great. Tell us maybe what we're going to expect as an output from this. Not everybody's going to be at this meeting. So what does the rest of the team think about the type of value that we're creating there and what's going to happen?
A big mystery meeting in Nashville.
That's right. What comes
Big
back to
mystery
us?
meeting. Yeah. So we'll have groups of doctors, practitioners, office managers, everybody from the different locations at different breakout groups and tables where they will be prepped with. This is kind of high level what the strategy looks like. Here's some of the key issues that we're trying to figure out, which are things like what are the best ways the platform could support you? What are the things you'd want to standardize? What are the best ways to drive growth? What are the best ways to improve patient experience? Like whatever we decide on as a group are the most important topics. Each group will be able to then break out and share their experiences, their perspectives, and their suggestions for the go forward. And so then we should leave that room with thoughts from really crowdsourced from the entire business about what we think might be the best ways to push this entire business forward. And so the output would be according to each of those categories. What did you all say? So you all seem to agree that these were the most important things, or these were the ways that the platform or that the company OMS 360 could support you the best, and that these were the things that we were still trying to figure out, and these were the things we sort of agreed to be best steps going forward. So what we will have is an output that documents, here are the topics, here's what was aligned on, here's the areas that still needed some alignment, and here's kind of what we expect as next steps.
Yeah,
is there any prep work to do, or is there anything that they have to do after the meeting to deliver these local strategic intents?
So for prep work, that might be TBD, and also don't know when you're going to be watching this video. One thing that we do sometimes do is if we know that there's a few different topics, but we have a finite amount of time, is that we can send out a brief, not like our strategy session surveys, but a brief survey just so that everybody can weigh in on all the topics, if they're not going to be in a breakout that's on that specific topic, and so that they can better push that conversation forward. So for example, if we're having a conversation around what are the best practices that we could align around at our different organization, then we could list what those top 10 to 15 front runners are. Everyone could just vote or rank order those in advance of the session, and then we could use that output to then tee up the conversation at the different tables. So it might be something like that. If we do that, that's normally like a 15-minute survey is kind of the goal on that one. And it's not really like put in a whole bunch of text. It's kind of just sort of order, rank, provide weighted values to things. After the session, there is a lot of work to do just kind of on a localized level, really working with Baraka's team and the operations team to see how does our kind of practice level value creation plan need to be best modified or enhanced to be most successful and work for us in alignment with what we think the platform is going to be doing to be able to support us.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, the thought comes to mind that we can do anything, but we can't do everything.
Yes.
Right. And so we've got a lot of great ideas, but we got to just start prioritizing for this next year. So a big product of this is going to be how do we really focus on the things that are going to move the needle for every practice, right?
Yeah. And we think about, this kind of growth and maturity over time. When we look at companies across shore, we would say kind of around year 4-ish is when companies have enough critical mass and enough expertise to really be able to know what best practices are, to identify what those might be, and then to actually help each other roll those out across the platform and really provide stronger support. So that's kind of the phase we would expect OMS 360 to be at around this time in its hold period. And so we're used to that sort of conversation around this time. Man,
that's great. John, you're a smart man. I appreciate you joining us for this, and love how you lead these conversations. I've been in a few of these with you, and you do a great job of eliciting responses and communication amongst the group. So everybody in attendance, get ready. John's going to call you out. No one's safe. Even Dr. Shelton got called out last time. Right. So watch out.
That's great.
Well, so everyone's safe. That would be the theme. You're all safe to participate. And then everyone will be encouraged to participate.
That's right. That's perfect. Good.
It feels a lot safer now.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
We'll see you in Nashville.
Awesome, John. Appreciate you, bud. We'll see you soon.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Bye.